All right, so my first April read is finished, and it is Oona Out of Order. Finished this in just a couple of days. Oona is a young girl who has her whole life ahead of her. It's on her 19th birthday. It's on New Year's, and she's having a party to celebrate with her friends. Her boyfriend, she has all these great plans of, well, we're going to build a band together and do that. But then she also has this thing where maybe she wants to go to London by herself instead. And she hasn't decided whether she's going to do that or not. And she needs to have a discussion with her boyfriend and her mom and figure it out. Well, when the clock strikes midnight and it's her birthday, she instead wakes up, and instead of being 19, instead of turning 19, she is in her 50s and she's living out a different year of her life. So every year on New Year's, the clock resets and she goes to a random year in her life. She jumps forward, backwards quite a bit. All in all, I think there are 7 or 8 jumps in the book. And unfortunately, I feel like that's one of the downfalls of the book, because I think the thing that kept me reading is a lot of the side characters are very well fleshed out, but I don't think they're given enough time. I want to say screen time. That's for movies and TV shows. They're not given enough time to really develop into more. Oona also seems to have this obsession, and maybe it's just, maybe I didn't read something properly, maybe I didn't have a full understanding, but every romance that she has this obsession, this fascination with comparing every romance that she has to Dale, which is her first boyfriend from when she was 18 turning 19. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, poor child. There's probably way more real versions of love that you'll feel with some of these other people, but she always goes back and compares them back to her first. So that was kind of one nitpick for me in the book, where I just think like, hey, that young love that you have, of course you think it's great, but you've got to understand there's probably things that are way better for you. And again, remembering that Oona is only 19, 20 internally, no matter what her external ages in these different phases. But just as the book was starting to roll, it just kind of ends. And I think that's probably my biggest frustration with it. There was a lot of potential that I see in it, and that's what urged me to keep reading. But then all of a sudden, it just was like, okay, cool, well, we're back to this final thing, and here's a quick little wrap up. And I just feel like more could have been fleshed out with it. Overall, it's a great premise. Again, I liked a lot of the side characters too. It was a fun read, but definitely something that I think could have been given more attention. If you've read it, let me know your thoughts. And if you decide to check it out, I do think it's worth reading, just not one that I plan to keep on my shelf.